Hello, Dr. Noob here again. So today I would like to talk with you about a new ability which is actually pretty new in the Corgi engine, and that's rolling. So let's get started. So the thing we need to check first is what is rolling. So well, as the name says, it means it rolls, and we don't have really a big issue with dashing, because dash and rolling are almost the same, very similar. Let's put it this way, it's very similar. The roll also goes on slopes. We don't have slopes in my game, but let's say you would have here something like a 45 degrees angle or something like that. With a dash it would just stop in there, and with the rolling he would go over. This is one difference, but the second one, and this is the one that I would like to do, is with dashing I have not the jump ability. I can jump and dash, but I cannot jump during dash. I could do a little script inheritance or something like that, but Lugual has sent me very cool art of a rolling bunny, so I will take rolling because of that, because during the roll I can jump. So because rolling has, let's say, a speed, a force applied to our character, I hope that you should be able to jump a little bit wider, longer. I don't know the right word for it, but just that you can go somewhere further away than you could before or without the rolling. So let's try that out. So we take our player and we need to activate the character roll ability, which is not in here on default. So character roll. So let's take that. Good. So now we have here our rolling script, which we have, as always, some things that we can tweak around. So the first thing we can do is the roll duration as well as the roll speed. I don't think that this is very cryptic, so it means if I would click now and try it out, he will roll for 0.5 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And the speed actually is how fast he will roll. Aha, a multiplier of the regular walk speed. So 3 times quicker than he is with the walking speed. That's good. Let's try that out, but first we need to make sure that we have the right button. First of all, we need a button for that. So I know that the G in the keyboard, we have the G which should do this rolling. Where do we have that? Roll here. So as you see, we have in the keyboard the G1, but on the joystick I do not have any button. So what I will do is I go here to the dash and I will take this button here and positive button, right. Yep, the joystick 1, button 3 is, as far as I know, the Y button on the Xbox controller. So that's what I want to test. So half a second, 3 times quicker than walking. Yeah, so this is walking, and now roll. Roll. Yes, that works. But it's not really 0.5 seconds, to be honest, is not what I'm looking for. I think 2 seconds would make the trick. Yes, well, maybe a little bit too long. So again, this is something you need to find out with a lot of testing and finding which setting is the right one for your game. So the second one is block horizontal input or not, which means, if I'm not mistaken now, that I should be, yes, during rolling I can change the direction. And I guess that if I put that in, I should not be able to change direction. Yes, I'm not able to change direction. Good. This is not something I want to have. Prevent damage collision during rolling. Yes, this is maybe something which I would like to do. But again, it's quite difficult to know if I really need it. It can be that in the future I will change all those settings depending on the game feeling. So the next one is about aiming, so the direction. I guess if you leave that here triggered, I don't think that this would make sense. Anyhow, oh, here we have a good explanation. So we can put the mouse, we can have a script, we can have the secondary movements. Let's say if you have, yeah, like a dual stick or something like that, I would have the primary movement maybe in there. And the rotation mode, you can restrict to 4 or 8 direction or have it free. I guess in my case it would be only be 8 directions maybe, but I will leave it free. Maybe somebody wants to play a little bit more precise than I do. Also the angles, so minus 180 and plus 118 where you can aim, but that's okay. So for me that's more than good. I leave it. So the next one is the cooldown. So should we have a cooldown or not in between? I guess 1 second makes sense. That's it. Uses, if I want to have limited rolls, and depending then how many rolls I would like to add in here. But in my case I will not use that. I would like to have unlimited rolls. Just a little bit of a cooldown would be nice. Yes, I guess that's it. So now it's testing time. Let's try it out. So let's suppose I walk up until the edge. Why did I make such a long way? Okay, so I tried to jump as precise as possible. So you can almost not make it to this. Oof. Maybe you can do it if you play extremely precise. But you see, I'm not even able to jump in here. And now let's try it out with the roll. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Now that... well, I need a little bit more ground to do this rolling right. So yes. Wow, even a little bit more. Can I maybe make it to the next one? Ooh, almost. Okay. But you see, it is doing what I want. I'm doing this Metroidvania, and I would like that after the rolling ability, he's able to reach parts where he was not able to reach before. So my friends, that was it for today's tutorial. As I mentioned in the last tutorial, the animation part will come later. As you will see, it will get a little bit complicated, and I don't want to add all those animation steps in between, because I think you will not have the overview later. So anyhow, thank you very much. I have seen 500 subscribers. It's really incredible. I cannot believe it. So thank you very much for everybody, and see you next time. Cheers!